So we're going to create a simple file to send to the laser cutter. So a couple of things to keep in mind when you're setting up your board in Illustrator. Use inches because the laser cutter works in inches. Choose width and height a little bit larger than the artwork that you need to use. And then most importantly, choose the RGB color mode. So create your board. We're going to just create a very simple little design here. So this is going to cut a circle. So to be able to tell the laser cutter to cut something, a cut line is created by using RGB red and by setting the stroke to 0.01. Okay, so this is ready to send as a cut line. So we're just going to create some text. So I'll put it on pause and create some text. Okay, so now we have some text in black. So black indicates engraving. So it tells the laser cutter to engrave. Red for cut, black for engrave. Other colors are used for different things, but we'll start with a basic simple design. So the next thing we do is we just send that, we just print it. So we go to print. So we'll just put it on pause. So now we're going to send the artwork to the laser cutter. So first thing you need to do is print it. So what happens is, as you open up the print box, you choose the Trotec engraver as the printer, and we can just leave the rest of the settings as is, and then we can just click the print, and it opens up the software, software that drives the laser cutter, and it's called Job Control. Then you have to name the file, to name the job actually. So let's call it test demo. So once you do that, you give it a minute to convert it, and then you can see, you won't be able to see it here, but the job control software is flashing, and so now we're switching into the job control software that drives the laser cutter. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to look on the side here for the file that we just sent. So you select it and then you compare it and just make sure it's the right file. And the next step that we do is we drag that onto the cutting surface. And actually, if we look at these measurements, these are inches, and this is actually the size of the laser cutter. So it's 24 inches wide by 39 inches deep. So what you need to do now is highlight your artwork that you want to cut, and a few things you need to do here is you need to make sure that the artwork is what you think it is. So there's a little WYSIWYG button here with a little eyeball, so you can just click that and then we can look at it and just confirm, yes, this is the artwork that we send. So the next thing you need to do is to set the power for the cutting and for the engraving. So to do that, you go to settings and you click on material template setup, and you'll notice that there's a list of a list of different colors here. So these colors represent the colors that your artwork has used. So the red is cut and the black is engrave, And as you can see, there's lots of other colors. So there's a lot of powerful options that you can use when you're sending artwork. You can have multiple different kinds of settings. So for the engraving, we've set the power at 90% and speed at 90% and PPI 1000. So PPI is standard. These settings, there's lots of complications involved in setting that, so you need some help to get started with that and choose the settings. So the cut 45% power at 4% speed at 1000 hertz. So we'll start with these settings and we'll see how that works out. So what we do now is we accept. So the next thing we have to do is to connect. So once the laser cutter has been turned on and the lens has been focused on the fabric, then the next thing to do is you connect with the laser. So you do that by hitting the ready button and just wait and notice that it's checking, it's shaking hands with the laser cutter. And now what we see here is little crosshairs, and that actually represents the location on the laser where the laser is actually aimed at. So what we have to do is hook the artwork under the bottom right side of that crosshair, so that now we know that the laser cutter is positioned to cut exactly in that spot. So once that's ready and the settings have been checked and everything's ready to go, then you click ready button one more time, and actually it's actually cutting right now.